A factory-built muscle car making over 1,000 horsepower. Sounds insane, right? And yes, it's street legal. So how did a street-legal car end up breaking racing rules? And why did Dodge build something this extreme, knowing it would never happen again? This is the story of the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, the car that pushed American muscle past its limits. Go back to 2015. Dodge drops the Hellcat, 707 horsepower from a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi. At the time, nobody believed a production muscle car could make that much power. So the obvious question became, what if 707 wasn't the ceiling? What if Dodge kept pushing until they hit a number nobody thought possible from a factory? In 2018, they answered. The original Demon, 840 horsepower, came with one seat from the factory, and you wouldn't believe. Passenger seat and rear seats cost $1 each as options. Weight is the enemy when you're built for the quarter mile. By 2023, the end was coming. The Challenger platform, basically unchanged since 2008, was done. Electric was the future. The Hemi era was closing. When you know it's the last one, when there's no tomorrow and no chance to go back, what do? You build the most extreme muscle car in history. 7 last call special editions. The 7th, that became the Demon 170. On E85 ethanol fuel, the Demon 170 makes 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque. Even on regular pump gas, it still puts out 900 horsepower. 4-digit horsepower. From a production car. That alone rewrites the rulebook. But the power? That's only half the story. The name tells you everything. But you might be wondering, what's 170? That's the alcohol proof of the E85 ethanol this engine needs to make full power. 170 proof. Corn-based fuel. The entire car is themed around it. But here's the problem. Making 1,025 horsepower isn't the hard part. Making it reliable is. This isn't a one-off race car. It's a production vehicle with a warranty. Most engines would tear themselves apart at these power levels. The question isn't whether parts will break, it's when. Nearly every major component got redesigned. The only part that stayed the same? The camshaft. Everything else was upgraded, reinforced, or completely rebuilt. And honestly, at this point, Dodge wasn't just improving the engine, they were reinforcing it to survive forces that would destroy a normal motor. The supercharger is a 3.0-liter blower, pushing 21.3 pounds per square inch of boost. That's a 40% increase over the Hellcat Red-Eye. The throttle body is 105 millimeters wide, big enough to fit your fist inside, flowing 33% more air than the original Demon. The fuel system alone is insane. Injectors flowing 164 gallons per hour, more than a typical household shower head, because at this power level, the engine isn't sipping fuel, it's drinking it. Then, there's everything behind the engine. High-strength steel studs on the cylinder heads, adding 38% more clamping force to keep the block from separating under boost. A drive shaft 30% stronger than stock. Rear axle housing with a 53% increase in strength and 43 spline axle shafts to handle the torque. Right now, this isn't a tuned Hellcat. This is a ground-up rebuild designed to handle punishment most engines will never see. But the real test? Can it actually deliver on those numbers? Or is this just marketing? Dodge claims 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.66 seconds, quarter mile in 8.91 seconds at 151.17 miles per hour, 2.004 g-forces of acceleration, the highest g-force of any production car, 1.66 seconds to 60 miles per hour, faster than a Bugatti Chiron, faster than a Tesla Model S Plaid, in a muscle car that costs $100,000. The catch? Those numbers require a prepped drag surface, the kind you find at a professional strip. On a normal street, the tires can't put the power down. The car will spin, slide, break loose before you see what it can really do. And that's where things get interesting, because Dodge built a purpose-built drag car that needs a drag strip to show what it can do. Dodge built the fastest factory drag car ever made, and then built it too fast to legally race. However, why would a drag strip turn away a car built specifically for drag racing? NHRA regulations require any car running under 9 seconds in the quarter mile to have specific safety equipment, a certified roll cage, a parachute to slow the car down, window nets, aftermarket restraints, fire suppression. The Demon 170 doesn't come with any of that from the factory. Stock form, it can't legally run its certified 8.91 second time at an NHRA sanctioned track without adding the required safety equipment first. Dodge offers a parachute mounting system and roll cage through direct connection. But from the factory? Stock? The car runs too fast for the rules, and Dodge wore it like a badge of honor. The marketing said, banned by the NHRA. Because what's cooler than a car officially recognized as too fast to race? If you're into muscle car history and the cars that pushed every limit, hit subscribe. And hey, if you've never been kicked off a drag strip for being too fast, you're already ahead of the Demon 170. So this is what most people don't realize. A car with 1,025 horsepower on paper sounds impressive. Behind the wheel? It's a different story. Can you even drive it normally? Or is this just a straight-line missile that's useless everywhere else? The Demon 170 comes with TransBrake 2.0, which locks the transmission so you can build boost before launching. Line lock locks the front brakes and lets the rear wheels spin for burnouts. The SRT power chiller diverts air conditioning to cool the supercharger, dropping intake temps by up to 45 degrees. These are features drag racers spend thousands adding to their cars. The Demon 170 has all of it from the factory. It's also the first production car ever built with staggered drag radial tires, street-legal drag radials designed for maximum grip off the line. Behind the wheel? Terrifying. Roll into the throttle at 40 miles per hour, and the rear end wants to slide. Give it more than a third throttle below 50 miles per hour, and the tires break loose. Floor it below 70 miles per hour, and you're fighting the car. Even with a quarter throttle, you're moving fast. The V8 torque is instant. It feels like an electric car in terms of response, except it's a supercharged monster making over 1,000 horsepower. Most owners keep traction control on at all times, even on the drag strip, because this car will hurt you if you're not careful. The price? That's where Dodge got creative. And does Dodge just hand you the keys, or is there something more to owning the ultimate muscle car? Base MSRP was $96,666, 6 sixes, mark of the devil. Dodge knew exactly what they were doing. Add the $2,100 gas guzzler tax and $1,595 destination, and you're at $100,361. Fully loaded with carbon fiber wheels, sunroof, leather, and every option, $145,000 for a Challenger. But this isn't just a Challenger. This is the last one. Every car came with a commemorative decanter set, custom wooden crate, glass decanter with the car's VIN etched into it, Demon branded glasses, coasters, silver Demon figurines, the whole package personalized and serialized. Production was limited to 3,300 units worldwide, 3,000 for the US, 300 for Canada. Every single one sold out almost immediately. December 22nd, 2023. The final Challenger rolls off the line, a pitch black Demon 170, the end of the Hemi, the end of an era. Will we ever see another factory muscle car like this? One that breaks every rule and pushes past every limit? Probably not. Regulations are tighter, emissions are stricter. The world is moving toward electrification. Dodge is replacing the Challenger with the electric Charger Daytona. Different platform and a different soul. The Demon 170 is the exclamation point, the final statement. The car that said, if this is the end, we're going out at 1,025 horsepower. It's the car that shouldn't exist. The one that broke all the rules. The one too fast for its own good. the one that marked the end of everything we loved about American muscle. And decades from now, when people talk about the wildest factory cars ever built, the Demon 170 will be at the top, not because it made sense, but because it was everything a muscle car should be. Excessive being extremely dangerous and especially unforgettable. So that's the Demon 170, the 1,025 horsepower street car that rewrote the definition of American muscle. We'll never see another one like it. If you could own any last call challenger, which one would it be? The Demon 170, the original Demon, the Hellcat Red Eye? Drop it in the comments. And if you're not currently under investigation by the NHRA, check out the other videos on screen. See you in the next one.